and unseen danger. Y'all, the reason why we cannot be afraid is because we have God with us. And the only reason we do become afraid is because we lack courage in our heart. Y'all, you need to understand this. When you trust in the strength of God, God helps you to overcome your personal weaknesses. He helps you to overcome your personal fear. That's what Paul spoke of in the New Testament when he began to talk in the New Testament in 2 Corinthians, when he says that the grace of God is sufficient for my life, that when I'm weak, he makes me strong. My brothers and sisters, that's my word to somebody in this house, that God said it, you can claim it. If God said it, it's done. God says, I will strengthen you. In other words, my brothers and sisters, God will build you up for whatever task you have to go through. You're looking at me strange, but this word strength, my karma suggests this, that God will give you strongness to endure. This word strength means in the Hebrew that God will encourage you. This word strength means that God will give you the alert to be on guard. This word strength means that God will make you bold to stand up against anything that's not right. This word strength means that God will give you inward determination. This word strength means that he'll give you a heart at the time that you need to stand and resist against anything that's not like God. This word strength means that God will make you persistent, that nothing can move you, nothing can give you doubt. He'll give you some strength that you have to talk about. If it hadn't been for the Lord on my side, this word strength means that he'll give you a steadfast mind, unmovable. I'll go through if I gotta go by myself, because my faith is God is with me. Y'all, that's really what Ruth did with the Old Testament. Y'all, when Ruth went through the storm and she lost her husband and lost her children, y'all, and she decided to follow Naomi, Ruth made up in her mind that God's going to give me back everything that the enemy has stolen from me. Somebody say God's going to give it back. That's encouraging yourself. You got to speak to yourself. It may not look good now. It may not feel good now. But my joy is coming back my way. That's why as children of God, we have to make up in our mind that we have to encourage ourselves in the Word of God. Singing is all right. It's all right to sing. It gives you great emotions. It makes you dance. But the Word of God will make you do more than dance. It'll give you more than emotion. The Word of God will give you strength to be steadfast and fight through. That's why you don't have to have a whole lot of word. All you need is one word. He's a lamp unto my feet and a light to my pathway. All you need is just one word, that God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly great things. All you need is one word, that I can do all things through him that strengthens me. You don't need a whole lot. All you need to have is faith in one or two words, that God is able. If you believe that, you got to give God a hand of praise, because God's word will give you encouragement. That's why Psalms 27 verse 14 tells you and I, it says, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. He says, wait, I say, on the Lord. Psalms 138 verse 3 says, in the day when I cried through, in the day when I cried, God, he answered me and he gave me strength and he strengthened my soul. Ephesians 3:16 says this, that he would grant me according to his riches and his glory, the strength that I need by the Spirit that he placed inside of me. Ephesians 6:10 says, finally, my brothers, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Colossians 1:11 says, strengthen with all might according to his glory, his power, unto all patience and long suffering with joyfulness. Watch out, Mount Carmel. What is he saying? He's saying this: if you hide his word in your heart, when everything fall apart, make a withdrawal. His word will give you strength to follow. His word will give you strength to step on. Is there any believers in the word of God that say his word is true? And then my final point on my sermon this morning is stop being scared. The last thing I will put in your spirit is this right here. First of all, I tell you clearly that you are not called to be afraid. Second, I told you that if you are a child of God, that God will give you the strength you need to be prosperous and successful. And then, y'all, the last thing I want to give you this morning at 11 o'clock, I want to say to you, understand this, that his word says very clear that I will help you. He says that I will uphold you. His word says that I will uphold you with my right powerful righteousness. He says that the Lord our God will hold us with his right hand. In other words, Mount Carmel, you have to not walk in fear. Second, you have to, my brothers and sisters, receive the strength of God. Realize it, that wherever God is leading you, God's already got plan for success for you. You cannot let God lead you and think you're going to fail. I don't know who I'm talking to. You might be on a new job this morning, but God opened the door for you. Don't walk in that place on Monday talking about they don't like me. You don't care if they never like you. They didn't open the door for you. God opened the door for you. Brothers and sisters, you need to know wherever God plants you, you will prosper. You have to trust in the word of God. We are able to say, because we trust in the word of God, that we are more than conquerors, and we can conquer our fear because God is with us. God has strengthened us, and God is our help. He holds us with his right hand. Y'all, that's a closing of a blessing right there. The closing is he promised to help us. In other words, he had to help us. In other words, he's going to help us. In other words, he will help us, y'all. You need to understand that he is our help. The psalmist says that all of my help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. Our God is an awesome God. David said, behold, God is my helper, y'all. The writer of Hebrews said, so that we may boldly say that the Lord is our helper, and I will not fear. Are you hearing me this morning? When you realize how blessed you are, you realize that you are an overcomer. You might not have the job today, but your faith is, God ain't gonna let me go without anything. He promised to take care of my house, and God will give you the job at the right time. You might not have the insurance today, but your God is a provider. He's a healer. You might be in chaos right now, but you be steadfast. Hold on to God's word, and then when joy comes, let the world know what the Lord has done. You are a conqueror because God says you are a conqueror. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Y'all, he helped Israel conquer the city of Jericho. God helped Gideon conquer 135,000 Mennonites, y'all. Y'all, guess what? With only 300 men, God helped Daniel to discover, to actually begin to discover and interpret the dream. God helped Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro, y'all, in that time of storm. Why? Because he protected him. Why? Because God was with them in the fiery furnace. Everywhere you're at, God is there with you. You are never alone. They don't see it, but God is by your side. They don't see it, but God has got your back. You gotta know that your help is with you at all times. The Lord is my help. Y'all, he's a provider. Y'all, he's always got a vision for his children. Y'all, when your heart is broken and you feel like giving up, understand this. The enemy may try to scatter your joy, but understand this. The Lord is your help. Don't become discouraged, y'all. He might try to make you think that God ain't with you, but it's not what he thinks, it's what you know. You gotta know that God is with you. Satan may try to tempt you, but you gotta say, you can't tempt me because you can't do for me what the Lord has done for me. Y'all, you might say, sometimes I feel like I'm alone, I'm outside by myself. When you're a child of God, you ain't never alone. God is always by your side. You can trust God in every move, y'all, because God will be your friend, and God has the ability to finish anything he starts, because God is your help in times that you least expect it. You ought to testify, he helps me every day of my life. I believe that this morning. I got to put in your spirit this morning. You got to stop trusting everybody else, calling everybody else to help you. You got to start trusting in God. Yet friends may leave you, but if they're really your friend, they will never left you. No way. A good friend will always reach out to another friend. But if they leave you, I promise you one thing. God said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. You got to trust that God is always by your side. I don't think it's good because the presence of God is in our lives. The presence of God is in our life to give us strength. The presence of God is in our life to encourage us. The presence of God is in our life to let us know how blessed we really are. Brothers and children, you don't live this life as a Christian by sight. You live this life by faith. You know that God is with you at all times. You woke up this morning because God is with you. You rested in your house last night because God was there with you. God is always with his children. And you know that God is with you. Don't give God a big hand of praise on one because God is with you. If you don't really try to hit you, really try to attack you, but you made it through. Give God a hand of praise because God is always with you. I'm done. But let me close my text this way. I want to tell you, one, don't walk in fear. God hasn't given us a spirit of fear. One, I told you that he promised to be with you always. He's your help. I promise you that the word said he's your strength. Quit calling on other things to be your strength. Trust in God to be your strength. Amen. Let the word of God encourage you. Yes. Trust the word of God, y'all. You got to be people of God that understand that God is always creating and making you to become children of light. You need to know this without a doubt, brothers and sisters, that God is molding you, that God is doing something special in your life, that you are now becoming one that's being conformed by the will of God, that when people see you, you're not what you used to be, and you're stronger because God's been with you. I don't know who I'm talking to that always dependent on other people to declare who they are. I come to say to you this morning, if nobody else knows who you are, as long as God knows who you are, you're blessed beyond measure. Amen. In other words, you don't have to prove yourself to nobody because you are a child of God. Let me close my text like this. Muhammad Ali, one of the world's greatest fighters that ever fought in my time, okay? I grew up in a place called Michigan City, Indiana. The address where I grew up at was 902 East Michigan Boulevard. Yep. Across the street from my house was a grocery store called Petty Grocery Store. Petty Grocery Store was a store that was a neighborhood store, and we would go there always to buy food. Now, in my house, y'all, I had 5 brothers. There was 6 boys, and my mom and my dad. And y'all, this life that I lived in Michigan City was unique because my father always raised us to be men and identify ourselves as being children of light. But as coming up as a kid, Matt, my dad loved Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali he's one of his heroes, a brother from Kentucky that can fight. I don't know if you know him, but Muhammad Ali has some phrases like float like a bubble. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Muhammad Ali was smooth with his hands, good-looking dude. He always had words to say. He always talked a lot of junk. And my dad loved him. And so one of the things my dad would do with me and my 5 brothers, every time Muhammad Ali would fight a fight, my dad would always send me and my brothers to the Petty Grocery Store. Y'all, that's when a quarter and a penny and a dollar went a long way. He would send us to the grocery store, and he would always tell us what kind of candy to buy. And y'all, if you know me, you know my favorite candy is called Nickels. And my dad would always buy Nickels, and I would buy Nickels. And what would be really unique about the fight of Muhammad Ali, y'all, it was on TV, and we had front row seats because my mother would leave out the room, and my dad and mom had this big king-size bed, and my dad would take the bags of candy and pour them on the bed, and all we had to do was sit there, watch the fight here, and then eat candy. It was a wonderful time. We ate all the candy that we wanted to eat, and we watched Muhammad Ali fight his fight. The brother was smooth with his hands. He was smooth in his jab. He had the rope-a-dope. The brother had it going on. The brother, y'all, was strong in his convictions. Matter of fact, if you follow Muhammad Ali lost his belt because in 1966, he made up his mind. He refused to be in the military. He refused to be drafted because he said that his religion would hinder him from fighting a war of people that don't look nothing like him. Y'all, Muhammad Ali lost his belt, but then he came back later and he got his belt back. He did retire years later, and then he passed away. But y'all, it was in 1999 his daughter started fighting. You ever seen his daughter fight? His daughter was a good fighter. Now, brothers, I'm going to let you know, she wasn't ugly. She was a beautiful young lady, y'all. She was too pretty to be putting on some boxing gloves. Yeah, and I love Marsha, but Marsha, no, I ain't blind. She was beautiful. And y'all, she was a boxer. And y'all, she was a boxer, and she fought one fight while she was fighting. And you need to know this also. She went undefeated. She was a champion herself. But in one fight, while fighting, y'all, she got hit above the eye, and her eyes started bleeding real bad. What a beautiful shame to see a beautiful lady get hit above the eye. And she was doing her thing as a boxer.